You know, I used to call him my little brother until a rather shocking growth spurt in the summer of 1978 changed that forever. As it turns out, I would witness several growth spurts in Gord's life. As a singer and a musician, of course, from those early days on stage of the Manor, but as a loving father too, without question. And I think perhaps in the last year, what I've really seen is a growth spurt as a true leader. Someone pushing us all to do better, as individuals and as a nation. Now here's the funny thing about having a brother, a younger brother like Gord. You start to think anything is possible, and that can be good, and that can be dangerous. But not for Gord. He is a powerful dreamer, and what I've noticed is he often doesn't see the difference between the way things are and the way he wants them to be. And that can be good, and that can be dangerous. Gord pushes his ideas and dreams out of his mind into the real world, into our world and your world. His flashes of insight and mad scribblings in his ever-present journal have become your wedding songs, your summer soundtrack, and maybe your kid's first rock and roll show. Once we heard about Charlie, that was it. We knew we had to try and tell the story to the country and maybe to the world. Gord couldn't and wouldn't let it go. He felt it, he lived it. The loneliness, the desperation, and the eternal hope of somehow making it home. Gord, I love you. And I've been so proud of you for so very long, but I've never been more proud of you than I am tonight. He is one brave little brother, let me tell you. Woo! The truth is, though, I think you've really inspired us to think that perhaps anything really is possible. Like maybe it is possible to bring Indigenous and non-Indigenous people together like never before. Maybe it is possible to come together face to face, hand in hand, and walk down the path of reconciliation together. That's what we want you to do. The Downie family and the Wenjack family have launched the Gord Downie Chanie Wenjack Fund, which will be Indigenous-led, and we are going to launch a lot of boats. We are going to launch boats from this shore. In one boat, there's going to be musical instruments for kids in remote communities, and maybe someone to show them how to use them. We are going to inspire people to make the first face-to-face connection. And once you do, your life changes. What you have, we need. And I think it's time that we showed that we really do care about the people who have been where we are tonight and in your neighborhood, that we show these people who have been here for 10,000 years and more that we really do care. We care what happened, and we want the healing to start. With that in mind, I'd like to welcome Charlie's sisters. Please welcome Martha. Thank you, Martha. Evelyn. the beautiful Daisy. And Pearl Wenjack, please. She's stepping over the chair. That's the way to go, Pearl. And don't forget how we did it in rehearsal. The entire Wenjack family, please come on up on the stage. No, I really want to stay back here. About enough. To all the Wenjack family, I just want to say thank you. My family, my mother Lorna, who's here today, my sister Charlene, my sister Paula, my dear father, our dear father Edgar. We all know firsthand that public pain begins with private pain. So thank you so very much for sharing Charlie's story with all of us. I also want to acknowledge Charlie's 3 other sisters, Margaret and Lizzie, who have sadly passed away, and Annie, who's back home in Martin Falls and wasn't able to be with us tonight. I also want to remember Jim and Agnes Wenjack, Charlie's parents. Jim died in November of 1987, and Agnes is back at home in Geraldton. Pearl, I'd like you to say something, if you wouldn't mind.
Our Father, Jim died without ever knowing why his son left this world. When he asked that question to the principal, when he came to the funeral, the principal couldn't answer him. My mother, to this day, wants an answer why her son had to leave this world. For us, education wasn't a good enough reason. They could have fixed it. Ian Adams, when he wrote that article about the recommendations that was given at that time, someone should have followed it. Someone should have paid attention to it. I was told by the coroner that there was no one designated to follow recommendations. That's our government. We shouldn't make recommendations for nothing. People work hard to make recommendations. Let's follow those recommendations. And I'd like to bless all of you people that are here, each and every one of you, especially for my family that is standing behind me. I think there's about only eight of my family members that are not here. And please remember, you're so lucky to have your children just seconds away. Jesus.